You can only control your own RP.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But when you people feed off of your RP. Absolutely, in my personal opinion. If you're there RPing, then someone should be RPing back with you. If they're not, then they're probably someone that you don't want to RP with in the future.
Exactly.
And the interactions become far less limited. If you're RPing your injuries and EMS isn't really playing to it, then that's on EMS. All you can do is control yourself. I think it's a very, very wise and valid point that we don't have to worry about being in a scene and going, oh, look, I'm trying to RP and he's not. Just do you. Just do you, and that's all you can do, because people will feed off of that energy and know next time that you're there to actually RP and not just whatever.
Yeah, so legit everything just starts with you. When it comes to like you guys looking for like cop RP, like simply all you can do is like someone can be designated to a certain area of the city, right? Like get to know the area that you're in, get to know the people who live in your area, get to know their faces. Like even if you guys not trying to do any criminal activity or whatever it is, and you see a bunch of people like at a house or on a corner that's on public area that's smoking and drinking, pull up on them and be like, "What are you guys doing?" Like you guys know you guys are not supposed to be drinking in public. You guys are not supposed to be smoking in public. I got complaints from so-called neighbors about you guys doing all this activity, and it's either you guys disperse or quiet down or whatever the case is, right? Um, I can say for Michael and Pierce, they know my family on their cop characters because I had a lot of interactions with them. So they're always coming around the neighborhood and it's like, what are you guys doing? You guys look suspicious. You guys have anything on you? You know what I mean? Just practically being like those type of cops that are like assholes, but also adding a lot of RP to it. Um,
I'm going to just touch on that one, and the reason I'm going to touch on that is because that's great, but the reason that them guys are allowed on your block to talk a little bit shit or find out what you're doing is because you know them out of city or on other characters as well. There are other cops that don't know you guys, have only seen you guys kind of shooting. Sorry, when I say you guys, I mean Southside gangs in general, not your group specifically. And they would be far more intimidated about coming and having that, because the maybe some misconceptions, or not, actually it's sometimes a reality that if they come to do that, they're going to end up getting just shit talked for God knows how long. And then there's been certain groups that aren't here anymore. I'll give SSG as an example. For a cop to roleplay with them, it's a bit more difficult. So it takes time, and it goes back to your point that you can only control your RP. So if that's the case, and you're saying that's something that people want to see, then if cops do that, I wouldn't expect them to be guns pulled on them and told to fuck off and mind their own business, etc., when they do that. That's got to be general consensus from the city, really, that cops can roam around and have these interactions, because let's be honest, Piers and Miko, Michael, kind of both know you
oh,
out the city, so it's a bit more comfortable and a bit more confident for them to be able to come around, and they're going to get that role play back, because they're not there to kind of just straight off arrest you and be dickheads. So that you both parties are kind of relaxed about that RP. But if a random cop pulled up on your block that you've never met before, you don't know him in city or out of city, would that interaction be exactly the same? And that's where I say potentially not, and that's where we need to be a bit better.
I mean, for me, yeah, because I'm pretty sure one day we had a little raid in one of our backyard, and we had the cops pull up. We had a cop like hiding in a bush, and we were role playing like we're gonna press charges because he was trespassing, without any probable cause. There was nothing any suspicious in that certain backyard, but there was one in one of the other backyards. So they had like a whole raid. We was like yelling at them, but obviously, not to the point where it was toxic, more of just like the RP sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, like you guys shouldn't even be here. Like, how do you guys know those plants are weed plants? They can be tomato plants. They could be anything. You know what I mean? It's like, do you guys have a warrant? Do you guys have this? Do you guys have that? You know what I mean? Just like practically trying to be like that neighborhood where like we're just tired of seeing cops always coming and harassing us, and we're just like we're tired of it. We're fed up. But it's also to the point where like we're not gonna be dickheads and pull out guns on you. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk, when we use our words, and at that point, that just goes from there.
Well,
Um,
you're gonna have your cops that are gonna do that, and then you're gonna have your cops that are gonna be assholes.
yeah, which is fair
That's
enough.
like real life. You got your
Exactly.
cops who are really pull up and be like, "Yo, what's good? Everything good? All right, man. Nice. Take care of yourself." And then you got the other ones like, "What the fuck you looking at?"
Yeah, like you have other cops that like obviously that isn't Michael or Pierce that come up and is like, oh, hey Vaughn, how's the family's doing? And it's like, get out of my face. Like you're not gonna come up to me and ask me how my gang is doing. Like, you know what I mean? Or it's like some cops would be like, oh, I remember him. We had him in like the interrogation room. He was out here, telling all of us about your business. You know what I mean? Just trying to stir up a problem and create RP, bro. Like that's all it really is.
So let's honestly let's create some RP, right? We got DOJ up. I want to see some court cases. If y'all,
Same.
if y'all see something wrong, hey, record it. Get with a lawyer. Let's have a nice RP session in the courthouse. Everybody's dressed up in suit and ties. Got the judge. That'll be fire. We just
I
need that.
purposely promoted 4 lawyers for court cases, and I haven't seen a single one yet.
We just honestly, if we just get one, it's gonna be a snowball effect. One court case.
It's all a domino effect. Like I said, you are the change to everyone's RP. Like you just got to be the role model to yourself.
Right.
And if you feel like people not gonna adapt to what you do, who cares? It's not your RP, it's their RP.
Right.
You just worry about yourself.
So starting right now, let's get some court cases. I would love to see that.
And yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about is like the whole gunplay, and I just think the whole gunplay thing is ridiculous at this point because you could run into somebody for the first time, somebody's gonna pull out a gun on you. Like realistically, like come on now, you're not really gonna do that. You never met the person before, and yeah, words might be exchanged, but the most thing you probably might do is beat them up. You guys might get into a fight. You know what I mean? Like if you guys are beefing or having some sort of altercation with so on so, let it build up. Have history. You know what I mean? Like
Goofy boy,
let the
where you
person
at?
remember like, oh, that person did that, instead of having to result into like gunning them down or whatever the case is,
What are
right?
you doing in apartments?
That just goes for like
Finding no problem.
criminals or cops
Alright.
responding to
Did you find?
a bank robbery or whatever it is, right? Not everything always has to result into gunplay. Let's say if someone's robbing a house and a cop pulls up, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you might have your gun out and being ready, but like so individual could just think about something and just start hopping fences and running for his life because at that part he's not a code black. So, and realistically he's you're not gonna shoot him. You're gonna chase him. You're gonna have a foot chase. Some people can RP like, yeah, they hopped all the fences and get tired or whatever it is. It's just
Dude, I've chased people across.
Please enter your secret 4-digit PIN.
You're not slick, no, boy.
Am I watching police brutality right now?
I'm gonna place you in cuffs. Come to the sidewalk and have a chat with me.
Wait.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come have a chat with me.
Yo.
Come have a chat with me. Why you running?
I'm a chat, but yo, I didn't have the opportunity to break out of them cuffs.
You're not slick enough for that, son. Come on.
Yo, yeah, I think, but I got a golf club. You gotta take the cuffs off, bro.
Nope. That's fine. Let's go.
You gotta take the cuffs
Let's
off.
go. Let's go.
Nah, bro, you gotta take the. Nah. Nah, we ain't going, bro.
Do I have to grab you by your neck, son? Let's go.
I think you should grab him by his ears, dude.
Come here. Son, I'm gonna.
Oh my god, that thing's got some range.
I gotta put him down. Gotta put him down.
American sniper?
I am, sure am.
Damn,
Quickest draw in the
dude,
West.
Your autograph, man.
Let's go, son. I'm trying to have a chat. I'm not trying to book you. Come on.
Oh, you see this, bro?
He's just gonna tease you again, Dimitri.
I know what happens in the valley, man. Right here.
Come here. I know you who you are. You were selling those drugs. What you got on you, son?
I got nothing on me, officer.
You consent to a search? Well, it don't matter if you
No,
consent.
I don't consent. Well, I don't know why you arrested
I'm
me.
searching.
In the
I'm
first
not arresting you. I'm detaining you. I'm searching you, though.
Why are you detaining me, though?
Oh, that's just what you got. Okay. Demetrius DeMarcus, huh? Alright.
What's he got in there after?
This-
He's got some like panties or some shit.
Got a lot of meth. Got some oxy. This prescription oxy?
Yeah, it says right on the bottle, doesn't it?
Yeah, but why you need 14 bottles?
Bro, do you see me? I'm limping,
He's got
bro.
explosive diarrhea.
From my
I guess.
pain. It's for
Man just
corrupt
needs,
officers like you. No, I'm
needs
good.
help
You're
with
not
his
corrupt.
stomach.
You're a good officer. Yeah, I like that you went back. You had to pull out a faster car, though. What a guy.
Hey, he caught you fair and square.
Nah, this is. I already got away once.
That's not the point. He still caught your ass.
A real no. Oh,
Oh. I'm guessing his head popped.
yeah.
Oh. You stuck in cuffs now.
Who said that?
Can you get out of him?
Nah.
I was gonna say. Is that why you called me?
Nah, he wasn't chasing me.
Ah.
All that matters is I put $80,000 in my bank already.
Yeah, dude. Is that how much you paid already?
Yeah.
Oh shit. How much you got left?
200.
Oh dang. Oh, okay. I need to start finding out how to do that fucking that shit. I would say I'd move.
Mashy!
But I think they'd be
Yo,
a bit pissed.
yo. You got Dutch's number?
Dutch's number. Let me look.
Whose numbers do you got? Whose number?
I have JJ Salem, Jeff Fisher, Frank Castle, Ezra Salem, and you.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't got Dutch. I don't talk to none of your family, do I? So. You gotta pick his car. Looking fly. Would like it.
Yeah, nice.
Only if you're wearing that helmet. I only get 3 bullets a week, though.
You can't take what's in there.
How did you know?
Because his last cop car had it as well.
But how did you know that's what I wanted to do?
Well, I mean, it's quite obvious, man.
No, it's not.
Yo. Do me a favor, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to go to your phone
Yes.
and you call this guy named Dutch.
Yep.
His phone number. I think it, if I remember correctly, right? It's like 01
Mhm.
73
Yep.
46
Yep.
57
Yep.
772.
That it?
Yep. Call that boy.
Cool.
Tell him to come to
It
Legion
says he's busy.
Square Bank. Make a contact with that same number.
How do I do that?
So just copy that number. Go to your contacts. Add a new contact. Put that number in. Put his name in. And click save.
How do I copy the number?
Control A. Does that not work?
Just testing it. No.
Alright, just make a new contact now.
01 what? 7.
0173
Yep.
46
772?
no 7772.
7772. Let's see if he's available. No, still not available.
Here, try this number, bro. Try this number.
Yep.
017 53 49 85 61. His name's Connor.
It's cool.
Alright. Tell him to come to Legion Square Bank.
Hello?
Yo, it's Tony, Dimitri's friend. He said he asked if can you come to Legion Square Bank.
No?
Yeah, he's kind of in
What?
there he
Come on
is.
a minute. Alright.
See you when you're here. He's on his way.
Hi. You're gonna be so
He
pissed.
sounded so
I'm-
confused.
He's gonna be so pissed, bro. I've already called them once to come help me because I didn't have my car next to me when the cops first rolled up on me, and now I'm like got caught locking the bank when a cop pulls up on me, bro. Fuck this cop, man.
I'm surprised this cop hasn't come back yet.
Yeah, this is the second time it's head spot, man.
I wonder if there's a queue right now. It's not full, is it?
Hey, bro, it's called a line at the
There it
airport,
is.
bro.
The Magic Man has appeared.
Oh,
Hey, officer.
okay,
Took a little nap, man.
Yeah. What you got
Yeah.
on you, son? Back where?
I don't got nothing on me, officer.
Still got this meth
Oh,
and
get your
prescription.
hands off me, bro.
I'm taking this meth and I'll let you go.
You let me go. Here. But listen, bro, I have a very strong addiction. You guys don't have you guys don't really have anything to help the criminals here in the city to get off their addiction, right? So you should let me keep some of that meth.
Not my
Save me some
problem,
money.
son. When
No,
you keep
no,
your
no.
oxy-
Here, man. No. You should give me some meth back, bro. Like 20 bags.
I'm gonna cuff you. If you swing on me,
I'll get
swinging
my
on
meth
you.
So I
back.
don't get hit.
Hey, officer.
The man run.
Wait, get out of my car.
You're not gonna go on a ride? It's a cruise.
Oh my god, you're frustrating.
Officer! I saw that! I saw that! Do you need any bandages?
Yo,
Police brutality, dude.
just got let go. Got arrested again. Let's go.
What is it? He literally just drove off.
Did he go?
Are you on radio? I'm pretty sure he went back on radio. Yeah, it's fucking... The cop's head popped, he phoned me to meet him here. Cops, put him in cuffs. So fucking cop's head popped. Came back.
Wait, is he still in cuffs?
There he is.
You in cuffs?
The party, man.
Well, I'm trying to fucking deal with Carmen's wedding and shit.
No, you're good, but don't worry about it.
Kind of anyone in general, and started talking about kind of how to raise a ticket in the city and things like that. I don't get to come into the city and RP as much as I would like. When I am here, I do really want to keep that immersion and RP the best I can. And it gets me down when I'm asked all kind of city questions in the city. It just makes me think, why am I bothering RPing? I might as well not bother.
I mean,
Might
at
as well
this point,
just
I
go
don't
around
really
and do
get
my
to
thing.
roleplay at all.
Yeah.
Ever.
So we are going to be clamping down on it. And you will start getting warnings, and if it happens multiple times, then there will be some bans. Now, OOC talk as well, talking about kind of out of city stuff whilst you're in the city and things like that. It's got to stop. It's immersion breaking for so many people. Even if you're in a small group, you need to be careful what you're saying and how you're talking, because we spectate a lot. And the reason we spectate is because most people will put in kind of things like, gang applications, and we're spectating you to see what your role plays like, to see, what you're up to, and for the benefit of you guys to understand, where your RP's at, what you're role playing for, so we can look at this when it comes to whitelisted goods, and events and, heists and all that good stuff. So we do it as an educational piece, and it's significant the amount of people that just talk like they're in a Discord call, and it has to stop. Andre, I know that this is a point that, and Junie, I know this is a point that you two kind of brought up, and I had it in here as well. Is there anything you want to kind of add on that? Some of the things that you've seen in the short time that you've been spectating.
Yeah, definitely. I'll just very couple quick points. I just said something in the chat, but like we literally had somebody come up to us the other day, as the Lost, and ask us if we're actually bikers outside the city. Like it's little comments like that are just like Wellesley said. They're immersion breaking. It's just weird, and it really puts us in an awkward position of how we RP that. Another one that's more common than anything is people saying something along the lines of like what they do in real life for work outside the city. Like that's something I see very frequently, and like that's also, in my opinion, immersion breaking when, this person's a Southside gang member, straight up street gang member, like, very like, I don't know, very poor looking and whatever, and then they say something like, I'm a lawyer outside the city. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's just stuff like that, man. We don't want to see that stuff. It's, especially for people who don't RP with you regularly. If you say it within your inner circle, it's a little bit different. But when you're RPing, in public, you're at the mines or whatever the case is, just try to keep in mind that, you have a character you're trying to portray, you're trying to create good RP, and, you want people to respect the roleplay that you're putting out. So just leave that, keep that stuff to a minimum or not at all.
Yeah.
And try to think of better stuff. I know things with dogs, like I have a dog. Things with dogs are a big one. Try to think of better ways to RP it. It's kind of hard to be like, I gotta go take my dog out, but just say, I gotta think about something, or I gotta take a phone call, and then /e phone call and walk away.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, the whole I'm going to be in my head for a minute. I mean, I'm in my head more than most people, but yeah, it's yeah, we got to be back. We got to be back with it. It also that leads on to a misconception, and like what Andre just said, kind of. Sorry, Junie said in chat that he RPs that his mum's dead because it's part of his character, and someone DM'd him. There is a misconception right now with regards to the Syndicate. The Syndicate is a group like any other group in the city. We do not have access to anything that is not available in the city, and I want people to understand that when you're role playing with the Syndicate, you treat them like they are anybody else. Any beefs and things like that are just natural beefs. But most people are afraid or kind of make the comments that there's no point in either beefing with us because we've got everything at our disposal. That's not the case. The crafting table, we charged people to kind of go and find it for us, even though I know the location. I don't think it's right for me to then just go and find it. So we're actually at a hindrance to compared to most groups, because we will have to try and get other people to and convince other people to try and find locations for us, and we can't go and search ourselves. So we can never have control of anything. We're just there at other people's RP, which is fine, and we don't mind that. But one of the big things, I had like 2 instances recently where we had 2 groups that are kind of looking to push to get whitelisted goods, and in both scenarios in City, I told them that they are never to contact me for business again because the relationship has broken down. Now, both instances led to them people feeling like that was it. What's the point of being in the City because we're never going to get a whitelisted good? That's not the case. The syndicate does not decide on any whitelisted group, like any whitelisting. They are all characters in a city, RPing like the rest of you. All the whitelisted goods and things, that comes from out of seat discussions between group management, and that's how it works. So I don't want anyone ever thinking that any form of negative interaction with me personally or anyone from my group is anything other than RP. Okay, and I just need to be very clear on that. Yeah, I'll give you an example that if there is a group that is provided a whitelisted good and that the initial part of that good comes from the island and they have a fallout with the syndicate, we would RP moving that off of the island and you having a new supplier so you don't have to communicate with us. You wouldn't lose your whitelisted good. That makes no sense. That is crazy powerful, and it is not a city that I would want to be in, where one group controls everything. It just doesn't work like that. So I just want to be very, very clear on that. I cleared it up with 2 groups instantly. They understood it. They were pleased. But I don't want anyone in this city thinking that I have any powers in this city that enable me to get stuff that nobody else can get. We buy bullets from people like anybody else. We dumpster dive. We get the guns from ammunition. We get our guns repaired like anybody else. I'm not going to lie, I do the slash fix every now and then on my car when I'm alone. Going to be honest. I mean, that's one thing. That's what I'm terrible for. But outside of that, we try to RP like everybody else, and people just have to hopefully respect that and understand that, and know that interacting with us in City is interacting with any other gang. There's nothing the Syndicate kind of controls. If there is ever an issue, and you've got whites good but you don't have a good relationship with Syndicate, you will get your goods elsewhere. Don't worry. We want these goods in the city. We want you RPing, and like I said to Von yesterday, like the whole scene with me and him in Vanilla Unicorn was actually quite a good scene, and we didn't speak much, but there was this tension in the air, and the way that I went about it, I kind of made sure he was like definitely alone, and then I only said a few words to him, but it was enough. He knew what it meant, and then we dipped. But that doesn't mean, so that means that like these guys, if they were ever to get a whitelisted good, then it just wouldn't come through us. It'd come through a different group, and it would be RP'd correctly. So just put some trust in myself, because RP in the city is that kind of character, and put your trust in this staff team, that we all have the whole community's best interests at heart, and there is no way that we would all vote and all decide to make a decision that someone wouldn't get a whitelist because they shot me. Like that's just never going to happen. I mean, Pineapple rings me every single day, trying to kill me, because we are basically nemesis. But outside of that, please just put some trust in us that stuff is never an issue. So when it comes to me saying I'm never going to do business with you, kind of replying with well, we might as well leave the city, that's just not a thing. So just be careful when it comes to that. Like, you just put some trust in us. I want to talk about kind of one last thing from my two topics in one section. So, first one, we're all aware that crafting is in a city, and I want to be very clear that secret locations will be moved when PD find them. Your responsibility is to keep them locations secret. The very first location we had, I counted nearly 20 cars around a location, and double figures at the location, all making a scene, and some of them were fighting amongst each other. PD get alerts for that kind of stuff. That is, it's not great. We need to be far more intelligent when it comes to secret locations. So they will get moved. As soon as the police shut them down, we will be notified as staff, and we will move the location through RP. So if you want these secret locations to remain where they are and managed properly, then you, as criminals and community, need to understand that treat it like a secret location. Don't park 20 cars at the location and have fist fights and fake gun battles and all that good stuff. Don't go around screaming and shouting about where the location is. Use it as potentially, if you need to, for trading with information with other groups if it sees fit. But these secret locations need to be secret for you guys. We will move them every single day if we have to. And ultimately it's in your hands. We don't want to be in a situation like some other cities where the money wash stays in exactly the same location for 12 months and everybody knows where it is, and it's pointless. We're not going to be that lazy. We are 100% will move the money wash location if it gets found by the police. And this message goes to the police that I need you to continue to monitor these situations. If you are getting large gatherings, make sure you're exploring the location. You will see what you need to see, and please shut it down. Batesy done it the other day, put a load of police tape, a scene up saying police tape location has been destroyed. Put that scene down and notify the staff team, and please, we'll move the location. And then what that's going to give you is going to give people the opportunity, if there are people that are respecting secret locations and they find out that some gangs, been 10 deep down at the local, well, there shouldn't be 10 deep, it should only be 5 anyway, but they're 5 deep at a location making a load of ruckus, and it gets raided because that group, then expect some repercussions in city, because some people will be really pissed that they're going to have to spend the next few days trying to find the new location. So treat the secret locations as you should, and that is with discretion and with a lot of care and attention, because they will continue to move if the police continue to find them.
And we will continue to find them.
Exactly that. So and then finally, there are lots of locations, secret locations, throughout the city. Some of these locations are public. Some of these locations are kind of whitelisted goods. And I have no issues with people finding these locations and exploring and things, but don't expect the RP that if you are caught in them locations by the group that runs them, there's going to be some RP consequences, because it's effectively their location. So just be careful when you're roaming around and what you're talking about, because you're talking about other people's business, and it goes the same. If you any location you find on the map, you should really be treating with some real discretion, and not telling every man and his dog that these locations are here, because we want them to be secret. And telling people that you know that there's a crafting bench is very different to telling people, oh, by the way, the crafting bench is here. Like, just be sensible with it, and it will be to your benefit. I think finally, the last piece from me, I don't know if Minty's here with us on the call, but clothing wise, Minty's come in and she's doing a huge amount of work on loads of amazing custom clothing for male and female. But we're going to have some really cool clothing, and there's obviously the clothing store within the city where we are going to be able to kind of like do some customized clothing as well. We are absolutely blessed to have somebody that can do what she can do with clothing, and just take advantage of that. You know, go and RP down at the shop, yeah, there's a whole load of RP potential kind of in the city, but then out of the city, the work that she's doing with the amount of clothing that she's kind of finalizing to bring into the city is fantastic. So kind of watch this space. It's you know in progress, and the dev team are kind of now working with all together. She's just recently been put onto the dev team. They're all working together to get her up and running so that she can start bringing this clothing in, and we're super excited for it. So yeah, clothing should have a big improvement in the near future. We did move from the previous build to the contract build, and the contract build removed the ability to have custom hats, so that's why we've seen a lot of things kind of removed, like the headbands, etc. So we're just working our way around some of that stuff and putting them in different categories and things. But yeah, so she's doing a great job, and yeah, I look forward to seeing all of this kind of new clothing coming in as well. There will be an option in the future as well for like cars, like where we do gang cars and things like that. We are looking at potentially allowing people to commission her to make some custom gang, whether it be clothing, so whether it be jewelry, some people have said backpacks, whether it be a t-shirt, whether it be a whole outfit, whether it be a war outfit, hats, all that kind of stuff. We are looking to do some gang packages available via the Tebex, where you'll work with Minty in terms of creating something unique for you guys, which is just fire in my opinion. But yeah, so watch this space for that as well. We'll make an announcement when that's kind of all up and running. So unless there's anything from kind of any other staff team, I'm pretty much ready to open the floor to kind of any questions from anyone, I suppose, about anything that they feel like we've missed or they want to raise or anything like that. So everyone in the audience, you're more than welcome to start putting your hands up if you've got some questions. Outside of that, anything from anyone else in the staff team?
Yeah, just a reminder about the one whitelisted job thing. If you want to touch on it more, Wellesley, I know it was kind of a decision made recently that it's just being enforced one whitelisted job between like EMS and PD.
Yes.
So that's just to promote both of them having more, active members and bringing in new people to, keep both stable with individual people.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy decision, but it was a necessity to protect both PD and EMS. When we're having times where there's 12, 15 cops on, which was amazing, we had one EMS, and we did have a number of EMS characters actually playing on the cop, and I don't like to kind of have to force people to choose, but ultimately I feel like in this scenario we need people, especially when it comes to kind of PD, EMS and DOJ, to kind of say like, you can really only have one of them so that we have that stability. Later down the line, if we've got a thriving EMS department, a thriving cop department, and a thriving DOJ, and there's always someone around, then we can look to revisit that and look for multiple characters. But at this moment in time, we just don't have the players that are RPing in them 3 positions to justify, because we all know that there is some people might have a preference for cop, but they have an EMS character. That EMS character is going to hardly get paid, and it's so important that we manage that appropriately. So yeah. So as of now, it's I don't want to see kind of a cop then switching over and moving to an EMS. We have got some people in the staff team that have got like for myself, I've got a cop character. I'm going to create an EMS character. That's because I don't main either of them, and when the city is kind of lacking in one or the other, potentially staff, I might jump on one of them and help out. And I know a few of the other staff members do the same. But outside of that, we need people kind of just focusing on the one whitelist job moving forward. Cool. We have Matt for a question.
When can we expect a new dispatch system in MDT?
Is the dispatch system working?
Well, yes and no.
Yes. Is the MDT working? Is it game breaking? Is my question. This is not me. No, it's not game breaking. So, well, I have no issues in doing that. It's just a list of priorities, and I just think right now we have some, like, especially with the lag and things like that, we have some priorities that will sit above that right now, but it's not saying it's not important.
Do you mind sharing some of the priorities so that we could just know it as a roadmap as well?
I mean, so the lag is the biggest priorities that we have right now. We have a number of white goods. We have a number of businesses that need to be up and running, and a number of kind of communal locations that need to be up and running and working. So we need to focus on some of the crim and some of the civ stuff, and then we'll move back to PD and EMS. Oh, I think we lost him. Cool. Is there any other questions from anyone else? No one with their hands up right now.
Minty's here if you want to let her speak about her own
Oh,
stuff.
yes, please. Yeah, give us a little update, because I was picking it up without kind of enabling. So if you want to do that, that'd be amazing.
I was trying to lay under the radar.
Yeah, but you don't have to. If I've covered it all off, you're more than welcome. But if you want to,
The floor is yours, Minty.
Well, I was like filling them in the community meeting chat there. But the first thing I'm going to be bringing in, and it's hopefully Sunday, like it will be here, is all female stuff. I'm sorry guys, but females are really, really hurting for what they have right now. That being said, you guys had asked questions about back pocket flags for females. Those are coming in. The Hoovers, I redid your guys' mask color altogether just so you guys know. Because your back flags, your face flags, they were all different. So those are all being fixed. Males too. I don't know if anybody has any other questions. I also was talking to you guys. I didn't really get much feedback on it, but I have these neck flags that tie in the front if you guys want them to for all the gangs.
I mean, I think they'll take anything at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring in the neck flags. I think, sorry,
Okay, neck flags are fire. Yeah, give me neck flag, and I would like them. So yes, that is a resounding yes for neck flags.
My problem with my neck flags is I have to change two colors. The families, yours is a darker green. If you guys actually like the darker green more, I can fix your guys' green. And then Pyru, yours is really, really bright. So I had to fix that too.
But there's a lot of attention to detail going into it, and we're loving it.
I want all your guys' like your armbands, like all your flags, they're gonna be the same color. I don't want them all different colors, so.
There we go, perfect. Someone just raised a question, and I answered it in discussion with regards to fix weed pricing, because it's more expensive than meth. In this city, we are constantly monitoring the amount of drugs made, and meth for a long time has been the meta, and it has it's been overcooked. So if you think about a real life scenario, if meth is readily available in the streets, the competition is going to be very, very high, but the supply is going to be super high, and the demand is going to be relatively low because everyone can get it from everywhere. So that in turn that drives the price down, which means that weed prices have received a bit of a buff, and meth prices received a drop. When we start seeing the trend the other way, then we'll adjust the prices. But right now, meth is still the the meta, and people are still going out and cooking that meth, and the price may even come down slightly on meth again, based on the fact that the sheer volume that gets cooked means that that the price of meth should drop, because it's ultimately a huge amount of supply versus a lower amount of demand. So that's how the pricing works, and we will always continue to do that. Cool. Was there anyone else?
I had something else.
Questions?
Something Wellesley.
Yeah, go on, Jenny.
So I've been spectating around too during some of the gang stuff going on, and one thing I've noticed is I saw a situation where somebody went down and they instantly took their friends to the hospital, and they came back to the scene, and basically the scene got reignited, and it was a very quick. It was like 4 minutes after they already came back from pillbox. So there's like two sides of the coin there. There's one, if you're gonna rush to the hospital, you probably shouldn't go directly to where the scene is. Probably should go straight back into it, and you're gonna get dragged back in if you do, and you should be waiting as it is if you're leaving pillbox. And then there's the other side. If you're the attacking side, like, you don't need to be hanging out there for no reason if you have no RP reason. If everyone's down, no one's there, there's nothing left for you. You don't need to be hanging around and lingering in the scene. So I just want to make that clear.
We might add as well.
Yeah,
hang
the crime
around
scene.
at a crime scene,
So,
like where there's been gunshots and there's been violence and blood and things like that, and would you really kill someone and then just hang around hoping that they come back? Just no, is the answer.
Yeah, like Wealthy said, it's more just a generic thing. It's not calling anybody out. It's just so everybody aware we're on the same page there.
Cool. Okay, alright, cool. Is there anything from anyone else? Don't think there is. We can close this off. I think there's a wedding to go to, and if anyone's in here that was at the car auction and sold a car, I've messaged you all. I would like to see you in the city to sort out your funds. No matter. But yeah, outside of that, yeah, thank you everyone for attending. Oh, no questions.
No questions.
Got RJ and Frank. RJ, invite to speak.
I'm so sorry. I haven't been there like the whole meeting, so I hope my questions aren't like already been answered. But did we talk about like acquiring gun licenses? Was that a topic?
No.
Because I feel like I would like to just bring it out, because like I've been in the city like not too long, maybe like a month and a half.
Yep.
And like I've been going to PD and talking to so many different people, and I feel like that system, I just felt like if it would be great if you could like maybe put your name somewhere on a list, or more like, I don't know, like the whole like gun license situation with the PD. Like, I don't know if there's like plans for the future, if that's gonna like stay like that, but
I mean,
feel like it would be.
I've not experienced that, and I don't know if many other people have. But anytime, I mean, when I'm on my cop, anytime someone wanted a gun license, I mean, I done a session where I just stayed in the PD, tweeted out the gun license available at PD, and I just waited there. There are obviously only certain cops that can give gun licenses, but I've not had too many bad experiences of not being able to give a gun license or not be around. So if you're finding that, then that's probably just something for arsonists to pick up and see who can give the gun licenses, and maybe do little once a week arsonists where we could just tweet out the gun licenses are available.
So I have it where I think
I
it's
don't mind doing it.
lieutenant. I think I have it where it's lieutenant and up.
Yeah.
Gives out gun licenses, because I think it's kind of like a little sensitive. I'll reconsider it and maybe do sergeant and up. But yeah, I'm trying to get sergeants
just
and
for new
lieutenants.
people that are coming in the city. I feel like when you don't have a gun license, and sometimes it's like I met like all the PD almost, and like every time they're not the right rank. It's like they're trying to help me. Like, I've given my name, I've like done everything in RP possible, and then like it's been like a month and a half, and I've really tried. Like, I'm not like, oh, like just like going and not trying to. But like, if you could either put your name even in the emails to like a meeting, or I don't know, like maybe go to the front desk, like have a secretary or something like that you could try to. I don't know. I'm just like giving ideas, but obviously the gun license and like going through the ammunition and all that, I feel like it would be fun to like be able to get that just a bit faster, in my opinion, because I've been a security guard without a gun license for like a month and a half and more, and it's like it's just frustrating.
Well, go in and hassle PD to get your gun license today, and I'm sure you'll get it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Last question, I guess that I feel like we talked about it a bit, but like the job hiring, so you can't have 2 jobs at once, like at all, like when
Two
you want.
white jobs.
Because like, okay, so if you create a business, you can't be like in another business too, right? Like you.
Yeah. So for example, like say for example you work in burger shop, okay? You can RP that you own a security company at night because it's not a job with a job menu that pays a wage and all things like that. That's just your own business. You can do that stuff, but you can't receive 2 paychecks, is what we're saying. So if you are employed by PD, you can't have a job at PDM because there's no physical way of receiving, like clocking out of PD then clocking in at PDM. So right now we've got it as that you can only have one job.
All right, and that's not going to change the future at all. Like it's not. You
It potentially can, but right now no. And the reason being is that what we were finding is that someone, so for example PDM would hire a load of salesmen, and then them salesmen would then potentially get a job at Lux, and then they would just go to where there just wouldn't be a manned place. There would just be people roaming the streets doing multiple jobs, and it shouldn't work like that. If someone's got a job at Burger Shop, they should be working at Burger Shop, not working at Burger Shop, but then Uwu Cafe pays a little bit more, so we're going to work there for a little bit and then go do Burger Shop. Like, we want equal opportunity for the more people as well, so more people can get jobs. Not one person having 5 jobs. Let's have 5 people having 1 job.
So every time you need to get fired to like get a new job, basically. That's how you get new jobs.
Yes.
And that's not. So, how? I guess I'll just like. I know it's a really weird situation for me, but I'm trying to start like more businesses. Like multiple businesses.
Yeah, but you can do that through RP. You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be a DJ, a security guard. You can be a part-time stripper. You can be a train driver, and all them things, and a taxi driver. You can have 5 jobs that are RP-based jobs that don't give you a paycheck. They require you to put the physical work in and earn your money by being paid by a player. Then that's fine. You can have as many as you want. You can be an entrepreneur. But when it comes to taking a specific paycheck from that business, it's only 1 job.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, no community meeting is complete without our next person talking. So.
And the good news is, I'll make it quick and quiet. Please consider adding the machete to the ammunition shelves. Thank you, great meeting, and have a good night.
Frank West for mayor.
I mean, he's the reason.
Radio jockey.
He's the reason we don't have a machete in there. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
I have no issues with the machete being added to ammunition. There is a custom machete in the city, and that's why it's not in there right now. But we can potentially fix that.
Okay.
Or we can give a Frank West custom machete. What we're saying. I might do a poll for it. Frank,
Again?
join back if you want a Frank West custom machete.
God.
Oh, here we go. Would you
Whoa, what'd you
prefer
say?
that?
Frank West custom machete. Whoa, hold up.
So there's a custom machete in the city right now,
Okay.
but we can give you the Frank West version.
What's
There's
the
only-
Frank West version?
There's only one stipulation.
What is
that?
Frank West DOJ. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not going back.
If you have your DOJ character, I'll give you a custom machete.
All right. Now, Andre Joni and a lot of them have been pushing the notion of becoming the mayor. How about
I mean, that will be that.
How
So
about
that
that,
will
machete?
be. So that no. So the mayor, we're not ready for a mayor yet. But I see a natural progression from kind of a DAJ position to something along them lines. So if you want to do that first, then you're more than welcome.
So I gotta start right back from the bottom then, huh?
At least you get a custom machete.
And you get a custom machete.
Yeah, but I can't use it or I lose my job.
Well,
as long as you don't get caught.
You just don't have to get caught.
Don't get caught.
Can I just get the
Okay,
custom blade? Is it like permanently attached to the character?
Hello?
Oh, you could lose it.
What's up?
No.
You can lose it.
Okay. In like.
Then what's the point of having it if I can lose
Hang on,
it?
Danzo. Hang on. So what was that, Frank?
So like, what's the point of having a custom machete if I could just lose it?
Don't lose it.
What do you,
Don't lose it. What do you mean?
what do you mean? Then why do you have a custom one out? Just put regular machetes on there. All right, I'm not going back to the DOJ.
I mean, that's crazy.
I was
All right.
joking about the DLJ part.
But please,
See?
just, yeah, put him back on now.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'll let
Lovely,
you guys
Frank.
see you. Mwah.
What's up, Santo?
Okay, so it's a weird question in front of everyone.
Don't ask it then. should we do this afterwards, or are you good? You
Um,
worry me when you say weird questions. I'm going to be honest with you. I've heard your weird questions.
Are we using Fitbits in city?
No.
Not at all.
No.
I don't know if anybody uses them. Unless
No,
the beat, because doesn't it beat when you're low health or low food and hunger?
Yeah, no, I just.
That's good.
Yeah. I've got-
Okay, some people do.
Some people do. Okay.
Some people do. Okay. Why is that?
Okay. And also I'm removing that police badge. That is totally heavy shit.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Peter Tullius is going to be absolutely devastated.
No.
Devastated.
No,
but-
there is a replacement coming.
Okay. Alright, cool.
There will be not like that mugshot thing. There
Yeah.
will be not a mugshot thing because that is the reason. Like while you are using it, sometimes you are stuck in a FPS. drop.
Basically, we've basically found out that Peter Tullius is the reason for the lag in the city. Because the amount he flashes that badge has literally it's like a DDoS attack. Like Peter Tullius is responsible for DDoS in the server. That's
And
crazy.
also, this ID card is one of 5. You may there will be like totally based with weapon license. There will be like wire license. There will be police license. Future BCSO. Because I don't have time to write that for BCSO right now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate you,
And
sir.
I will like back up this thing. Already BCSO got flagged up.
Okay.
I will pack up those things like people wants new phone, bro. It's not coming until I'm getting satisfied with the latest phones and stuff.
Yeah. And we've got
Cause-
other stuff in front of it, so
And
it's like
in terms
sex
of
and sleep.
updates-
Right. One thing, so Junior just made a point to me quickly. So we've got a load of business license tickets in at this moment in time, and there is a bit of a hold on businesses that aren't in the city or in the immediate pipeline. Anybody that wants to, we're going to close down the tickets, apart from the ones that are already in the works. So if the tickets gets closed, you are welcome to start RPing for that business, but you'll just need to go through the normal manner of kind of, speaking to D8, speaking to the DOJ, getting your business licenses through the normal manner. If it requires an MLO that isn't in the city already, then there is going to be a long wait on that. We have a lot of MLOs in the city already, and we need to streamline and remove some of them before we even contemplate adding new. So that's where we are. So just be aware that any kind of new businesses and things like that that require dev work or MLOs, they are on a hold at this moment in time. Anything you can kind of create a business wise that's just RP based, then please just make a ticket. Sorry, you don't need to make a ticket. You can just go to D8 and DOJ to get that business set up and run. So just a statement on that. Right, I think we're all Matt Dover. This is the last question, and then we're going to
No, I
all
wanted
go
because
and have
I'm a
the
D8 manager, so I had a quick question about businesses.
Yeah.
So, are you saying that if someone wants to run a business, they should first contact DOJ and then D8, or should they just make a business ticket and then you guys will tell them this is an RP thing, go ahead and do it?
No. So
So-
I just said don't make a ticket.
Okay.
Just go and speak to D8 and the DOJ about
Okay.
the
If that's
premise
the
that they
case-
want,
if
and
that-
the DOJ for the actual business license.
Yeah, so I was gonna say if that's the case, let them go to DOJ first just to buy the cheaper business license because what I would hate to have is someone purchases a business for $2 to $3 million and they sign up for a payment plan and all that, and then their business is denied by DOJ or even just the Discord itself. So it's just I just want a concrete thing that we need to follow. So you're saying if someone wants to have a business, contact DOJ, then contact D8. And if their
No.
business
Contact D8, get a valuation on the property, confirm that they're interested, and then you can basically log that as someone wants to have it.
Mhm.
Okay, so you can literally mark it as down as someone's applying for a business license. They
Mhm.
then go to a business license, say this is the business I want to run. These are all the details. Work to get that accepted. Once they've got that accepted, then you then go to you guys and say, here's my business license. I'd now like to go ahead with the property.
Okay. I just wanted a concrete system to follow.
That's it. Cool. Thank you, Matt. Okay. If there's no more from anyone, we'll I know we've got a wedding and there's a lot to go through, and all of us got some RP to do. Yeah. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for listening. We will continue to do these on a regular basis. Just so you know, Batesy, I'm sure he doesn't mind me announcing, he's had his little girl, and he's going to be on a bit of a leave of absence, but I'm sure we want to wish him all the best, and he'll be back in the near future. Bradley had the world's shortest long-term LOA in the history of the world because he's here today.
Real crazy, bro.
So he just can't get enough of the place, and look forward to seeing you all in the sea. Thank you all for attending.
Yo, yo. Where you up to right now? Hi, Adrian.
Can you guys hurry so that she can get changed for her own wedding? I'm changed. Don't worry. Oh, okay.
This is about the best I can get. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you're not streaming anymore, right? I would not stream. I would not stream like that. No, because we're in a Discord, bro. We're gonna do that. The fuck is this card doing there, bro?